Today's question is your period trying to tell you something? I know many of us are used to the ups and downs of our monthly cycle, but when should we start paying closer attention? In today's video, I will be diving into the signals that your body is telling you to talk to a doctor. With that all being said, let's go right into the video. In case you are coming across my videos for the first time, this is Care Sports, a place I talk everything related to health and healthcare. So if you want to join the family, you can click the subscribe button and make sure you on your notification bell so you always be notified anytime I drop a new video. Without further ado, let's go right into the video. You should be considering seeing a doctor if you notice any of the following things I'm about to tell you. Now, first thing first, if you notice that your period becomes irregular after being consistent, or maybe you start missing your period for no just reason, for no just cause, cause like such as pregnancy, please know that you are having an irregular period and it is time to speak to a doctor. Secondly, if you notice that you are now soaking through pads for several hours, every hour you are changing your pads, or maybe you now notice that this blood is now coming in clots, those big blocks of blood. Or maybe now your periods are now becoming longer than 7 days. Guys, it is time to speak to a doctor. It could be that you are having fibroid, other underlying conditions that could be caught early as possible. So please consider speaking to a doctor about it. Thirdly is if you notice or you experience severe pain, that type of pain that interferes with your daily life, especially if this pain worsens over time. Guys, it could be a sign of infection. It could be that you have an underlying condition and a serious one that needs medical attention. Please speak to a doctor about it. The fourth thing on my list today that could be a way your period is telling you, please talk to a doctor, is that if you notice or you experience that your blood or your period becomes so light, so light that sometimes you could even miss 3 periods in a row, 3 of your cycles in a row. Please, it could be that it's either maybe you lose so much weight or there is infection or there is stress somewhere. Please talk to a doctor about it. The fifth thing on my list today is bleeding between periods. Now, if you notice that sometimes after seeing your period, all of a sudden you now notice, some drops of blood when it is not time for your period. Guys, it could be that you have an infection, more hormonal changes, or a very serious underlying condition could be causing that. The sixth on my list today is if you notice unusual vaginal discharge. If you notice any odor or anything abnormal from what you used to know as your period, guys, please, let's talk to a doctor about it because it could be infection, it could be something else. Last but not the least of them all is if you are over 45 and your period becomes irregular. Guys, it could be that you are entering into your premenopause. So it is still very important that you consult your doctor in order to rule out other causes. For clarity's sake, let me recap in all these things that I have mentioned earlier in this video. I said you should consider speaking to a doctor if you notice any of the following. 1, irregular period. Secondly, heavy bleeding. If you notice bleeding in between periods, painful bleeding, a period that is so painful that it interferes with your daily activity. Or you notice that you have this unusual vaginal discharge that comes alongside with your period. Or maybe you are the type that is above 45, all those changes that comes with age. Please consider speaking to a healthcare provider so that they will rule out any underlying condition that comes with those things. It is your body or your period's way of signaling you that something is wrong. With that all being said, it is very important that you seek the advice of a medical practitioner so that they will rule out underlying condition and give you the appropriate treatment and advice that you require. If you have watched till this point and you find this video informative, please do not forget to click the like button and share the video. Bye. See you guys on my next video.